Have you ever felt that something inside you warns you, even when you have no concrete proof? That strange hunch that suddenly appears, like an inner voice whispering, "Be careful," or "Choose this path." Many people call it the sixth sense. And although it sounds mysterious, or even supernatural, science has a fascinating explanation behind this phenomenon. Today, we'll explore intuition in depth. We'll discover what it really is, how it works in your brain, why it sometimes hits the mark in surprising ways, and also why, at times, it can mislead us. Get ready to uncover the neuroscience that explains what once seemed like magic, the sixth sense. The mystery of the sixth sense. Picture this scene. You're walking alone down a nearly empty street at dusk. Everything seems calm, but suddenly a chill runs through your body. Your heart races, your muscles tighten, and a silent voice inside tells you, "You're not safe here." You look around and see nothing strange, but your instinct insists. Seconds later, you turn a corner avoiding an encounter with someone dangerous. Stories like these are common. People change their decisions at the last moment because something felt off, only to later discover that this instinct saved them from an accident, a scam, or something far worse. So, what is this? Do we truly have a hidden sixth sense? The science behind gut feelings. Our brain processes millions of bits of information every second, from background sounds to subtle changes in facial expressions. But most of this data never reaches our conscious awareness. It stays in the unconscious. What we call the sixth sense is, in fact, the result of this hidden processing. Your brain analyzes patterns, compares past experiences, and interprets microdetails you don't consciously notice. When it detects something relevant, it translates that into a sensation, a hunch, a gut feeling, an intuition. Far from being magic, it's pure neuroscience. Everyday examples of intuition. Let's make it clear with some simple examples. The experienced doctor. After years of practice, a physician can diagnose a patient almost at a glance. It's not fortune-telling, it's pattern recognition. Their brain has learned, through thousands of cases, to detect subtle signals. The driver on the highway. A skilled driver may brake right before an accident, without knowing why. Maybe they unconsciously noticed a car drifting slightly out of its lane. The brain picked it up before their conscious mind did. The instinct in relationships. You meet someone and instantly feel you can't fully trust them. Your unconscious picked up on micro-expressions, tone of voice, or mismatched body language. You can't explain it, but your intuition warns you. The role of the limbic system intuition has a clear foundation in the brain. The limbic system, which manages emotions and memory. It stores previous experiences, even those we don't consciously recall. Every time you face a situation, your brain compares it with this massive database. If it matches something dangerous or beneficial you've experienced before, it sends a fast, instinctive signal. That signal is what we feel as intuition. In short, your intuition is the voice of your past experiences speaking from the shadows. Intuition versus reason. Now comes the big question. Should we blindly trust intuition? The answer is no. Intuition can be powerful, but it can also fail. The brain doesn't always interpret patterns correctly. Sometimes it creates false alarms or sees connections where none exist. Why? Because the brain is wired to search for patterns, even in chaos. For example, an investor may feel a stock is going to rise based on a gut feeling. But if that intuition isn't backed by real data, they may lose everything. The key is to use intuition as a first alert, then confirm it with reason and evidence. Can the sixth sense be trained? Yes. Although it's not supernatural, intuition can be strengthened. Here's how. 1. Gain experience. The more you practice an activity, the more patterns your brain records. That's why experts in a field often have sharper intuitions. 2. Practice mindfulness, living with awareness, helps you pick up subtle details that feed your unconscious. 3. Balance heart and head. Intuition gives the spark, but reason confirms the path. Together, they make better decisions. When intuition saves lives, there are many documented cases of people surviving thanks to intuition. Police officers who avoided ambushes because something felt wrong. Passengers who skipped flights that later crashed. Parents who suddenly felt their child was in danger. In all these cases, the brain was processing invisible signals, but very real ones. That silent alert made all the difference. So, does the sixth sense exist? Yes, but not as a supernatural power. It's not magic or clairvoyance. It's the result of millions of years of evolution. Our brains developed the ability to process information at lightning speed, to protect us and help us decide without overthinking. The sixth sense is, in reality, intuition, the silent intelligence of your unconscious mind. Next time you feel a hunch, don't dismiss it. Listen to it. Ask yourself what your brain might be trying to tell you. It could be your silent database of experiences trying to guide you. But remember, it's not always right. Use it as a compass, not a map. A compass points the direction, but you still need to think before moving forward. The sixth sense exists, and it lives inside you. It has the mysterious connection between what you know and what you don't know. It's your brain working silently to protect and guide you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with someone who talks about gut feelings, and subscribe to the channel to keep exploring the mysteries of the human mind. Leave me a comment. Has your intuition ever saved you or led you to the right decision? Thank you for being here. And remember, your mind always holds more secrets than you can imagine.